So in 2021, I went on Birthright Israel. Growing up, I was really scared to go over to Israel because of everything that we heard in the news, from terrorism to bombings to all the war. However, during the COVID-19 pandemic, it really taught me that life is short. So I finally bit the bullet and I decided to sign up for Birthright Israel. And little did I know that when I signed up, it would truly be a life-changing experience. One of the highlights of my trip was going to Yad Vashem, which is the Holocaust Museum in Jerusalem. And there I learned all about the Holocaust in Italy, which is near and dear to my heart because I do come from an Italian Jewish family, and my Nonna is a Holocaust survivor. So being there, learning about their stories, I really took that to heart. And when I got back to Florida, or back to New York, where my family resides, I was able to talk with my Nonna, record her stories, because these are important stories that we should continue to share. It truly shows the consequences of anti-Semitism and hate. So if I'm able to still talk to my Nonna to this day and, learn about her journey and, everything that she went through in the Holocaust in Italy, and continue to share those stories, I think it will truly make a difference. But if it wasn't for going to Yad Vashem, I don't think I would have been motivated to do that and go back home to talk to my Nonna. Going to Israel and knowing that she also set foot onto this land after such horrific, unimaginable events, really truly made me appreciate the beauty that Israel has to offer, and knowing that I was stepping into a place that my grandma also stepped foot on. Once I landed back in Florida, I really found where I belonged, which was with the Jewish community. Growing up in New York, I really resided with my Italian culture and heritage, and I did have somewhat of a Jewish, background, celebrating the traditions and the holidays, but I never really felt like I could relate to it, and I didn't have many Jewish friends growing up. So when I moved down here to Miami, I still kind of felt out of place, not really sure where I fit in. But then going on Birthright Israel and connecting with other Jewish, individuals that live right here in my own backyard, I got that sense of like, oh wow, like this is where I belong. I felt that sense of purpose that I didn't really have before. And I think going on Birthright Israel truly opened those doors for me that would have remained shut if I didn't go on Birthright. So because of Birthright Israel, I truly do feel now connected more with my roots. I'm able to educate others. If I were to meet the donor that made my trip possible, I would say thank you for changing my life in such a positive way and opening these doors that I never knew existed. It's because of you that I'm connected with my history and my roots, and continuing to educate myself and also others who can experience this wonderful trip that I went on, and it would not have been possible without you.